You're tuned in to episode 5 of Roots in the Round, a grassroots entertainment group production. Join us tonight for stories and songs with Stephen Davidson, Will Easter, Bryan Olson, and Tonya Wood, plus special guest host Justin Clyde Williams. Episode 5 of Roots in the Round was made possible by Mooresville Tattoo Company. We appreciate everything they do for the local music scene. Sit back, make yourselves comfortable, and enjoy the show.
We gotta hear the rest of it. All right, y'all. What's up? Hope everybody's doing good tonight. It's Sunday, changing things up a little bit for Roots in the Round. This is episode 5. I'm sitting in a different chair than usual. This isn't really the host chair. We got a guest host tonight. Mr. Justin Clyde Williams is over here. We're excited to have him. He was on, I think, second or third episode of Roots in the Round. And, yeah, man, welcome back, buddy. Yes, sir. Hey. So, yeah, like I said, this is the 5th episode. I'm just going to introduce everybody real quick and then let Justin take the show from there. We got Stephen Davidson over here, Will Easter. My name is Bryan Olson, and this is Tonya Wood. And yes, make some noise. All right, Justin. How you feeling tonight, man?
Pretty good. Ripping and roaring. Happy Sabbath, everybody. Looking forward to hearing some music. Anyway, Stephen Davidson, we met at the Grover Fest a couple months ago. Is that right? Yeah. And we did a little couch picking shortly after.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I seen you play, and I was like, I want to play with that guy.
What's that little guitar you got right there?
It's my little guitar.
Where are you from?
Originally or now?
Well, whatever. Your question, your mind.
Originally from Fayetteville, but I live in Huntersville now.
Yeah, I think I knew that, but I don't know if they did.
Yeah, I lived in Statesville for a little bit, Mooresville.
How long you been picking?
Bluegrass and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, roughly around 10 years now.
And nobody just plays mandolin. What else you play?
I play bass and guitar, and I don't let anybody hear me play banjo or anything like that. I have a fiddle that I could scare cats with, you know.
I'm with you on the fiddle jam there. Early influences.
Early influences? I don't know. Cannibal Corpse, old school Metallica, Lamb.
Pre-Black Album Metallica.
Yeah. Kill 'Em All and Justice for All, you know.
Real mad at that stuff. Right?
Yeah, man.
Cool, man. What about your current stuff?
I don't know. Punch Brothers, Sierra Hall, Hog Slop String Band. I don't know if you got to see that. They are just so much fun.
You got an idea what you want to play for us?
Yeah, I got one for you. Yeah, real situation kind of deal.
Right on, and give me a little brief overview on this song. Real cool, spark notes.
It's called How Can Men Fall. You know those drunken nights where you're just in a whole situation that you don't need to be in anymore, and then you end up waking up the next morning going like, oh. That.
Let's hear it. I'm with it.
All right, here you go. With a whiskey arom's off the tip of my tongue, just like the words you say when you're drunk, and I know just ain't the same, no. Where the spirits are high and they filled the room, took everything that they could consume, and I know just ain't the same, no. Well, the devil on my shoulder saying, lift the bottle up and let it shine just like a crown. Angel to the right, staying with me all night, saying just gotta put it down. Find me incapacitator, sleeping in the kitchen with my feet's out in the hall. This is how good men fall. With a silver high and it filled the room, it took everything that they could consume, and I know it just ain't the same, no. One last time you'll speak my name, just so you could place the blame, and I know just ain't the same, no. With the devil on my shoulder saying, lift the bottle up and let it shine just like a crown. Angel women all night saying just gotta put it down. Find me incapacitator, sleeping in the kitchen with my feet's out in the hall. This is how good men fall. Whether whiskey or rum's off the tip of your tongue, just like the words you said when you're drunk. And I know it just ain't the same, no, no. A wise man once, he spoke to me. A vengeful woman never set you free. And I know it just ain't the same, no, no. With the devil on my shoulder saying, lift the bottle up and let it shine just like a crown. Angel to the right, staying women whole night saying, just gotta put it down. Find me incapacitated, sleeping in the kitchen with my feet's out in the hall. This is how good men fall. This is how good men fall. Oh, Lord.
Thank you, folks.
Well, I'm still undecided if we've met yet before or not.
Can you tell me?
I still don't know, man. I still don't know. I'm unsure. I've been gigging down at the Sheets off the 115 for a long time.
I've seen it.
I'm going to give you the same spiel of questions, so if you're paying attention, you'll have your answers ready.
Sure.
So, where are you from, buddy?
Originally, I'm from Pine Hall, up in Stokes County, North Carolina, and now I live in Boone.
Okay. Boone, bud. I used to live at Bottom Mountain. That's cool. Boone's a little tight, but it's nice.
It is a little
How long you been fishing?
28 now. 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Cool, man. That seems to be a pretty similar thing around most of us. We was all angsty in high school. What's your early influences? What made you want to pick up a box?
A lot. I'd say the Avits. That was like probably my biggest influence when I first started.
Yeah. What are you digging in now?
These days, I'm listening to a lot more, a lot of Sturgill. That's a big influence on me, stylistically, I think, with the band I have too. That's kind of going a little more that direction.
I think that's probably good for about everybody in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So Sturge is a big one, man. Tell us a story, bud. Let's hear something.
All right. This one right here is called On My Way. It's kind of a newer one. Just unrecorded, unreleased is all. Let's get it unmuted first. Spinning through these trees and hills around me, grip my steering wheel as I get down that road. I wonder where it is I'm even going. Well, I wonder if anybody knows. Yeah, I wonder anybody knows. My thoughts say race 100 miles an hour. My heart was made to bear a heavy load. I wonder what's the best something to do right here. Well, I wonder anybody knows. Yeah, I wonder if anybody knows. But I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Well, I'm on my way. Oh, I'm on my way. My fear is like those traffic lights in front of me. My mind is the compass of my soul. I'm just spinning around with no sense of direction. Well, I wonder where it is I'll go. Yeah, I wonder where it is I go. Now I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. Well, I'm on my way, oh Lord. Yeah, I'm on my way.
How about it, folks? Yeah. Bryan, we've been knowing each other a little bit now, huh?
Getting there.
Yeah, we've ate some pretty good food on an open fire.
Facts.
I know that sounds like the plot to like a Louis L'Amour book, but it's the truth. Anyway, where are you from, old buddy?
Well, I'm from Rockford, Illinois. I moved down here when I was about 14, so 6th grade, I think. Or no, 12. 6th grade, yep.
That's a great time to move.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
A little bit of a bump.
Where'd you move to from Illinois?
Mooresville.
Oh, yeah. So you got like a little melting pot there. You got some hill folk, and then you got some more like
Oh, yeah. And the
city-like kids, I guess. I was trying to think of something opposite from hill folk. But
there's a mix.
you get a little bit of everything, man. You get a
Yep.
little bit of everything out in Mooresville. I was out there for a while.
The most interesting thing for me was like living up there with the winters and everything. And we moved down in the wintertime, and I think there was like a chance of snow, and we had like a 2-hour delay, and nothing even fell on the ground. I was like, I like it down here. This is all right.
Man, they talked about snow the next county over, so we're just going to push it back a little bit and see what happens.
That's it, man.
Yeah, man. So how long you been picking?
Since about the time I moved down here.
Right.
Maybe a little earlier than that, so about 15, going on 20 years, somewhere in there.
Right about the time everybody got something to say. Angsty little teenagers.
90s kids, right?
Right. What was your early influences besides the Marcy Playground guys? Because, you know, it was all edgy to hear about sex and candy on the radio. That's what I remember. We're in the same age group. Anyway, what's your early influences?
Man, I got a lot of different influences, but early on, first I was listening to country music just on the school bus and stuff like that, and it was always stuck in my head. I found myself singing along to like girl songs because my voice was really high.
Right on.
But, you know, couldn't sing the like guy songs that were all low yet, but I enjoyed the country. And then once I got into guitar, I found Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, that kind of stuff. And
Right on.
that kind of really got me moving and digging into music after that.
Who you gnawing on nowadays?
Well, Roots and the Round artists, because I'm always editing the videos and listening to everybody's songs like 6 times in a row. So if you watch any of the episodes, you're going to find a lot of really good music that, I mean, it always, every artist we've had on here has at least one song that gets stuck in my head. So if you watch past episodes, you'll check that out. But besides local music, I've been listening to a lot of this Pickin' On series, which is just like bluegrass versions of all kinds of different music.
Stuff.
And they're funny and they're cool and it's just good music.
I like that Fade to Bluegrass record, and then they did one as a Black Label Society tribute record. It's all Black Label songs. That stuff's pretty rad, man. Especially if you like banjos and you're mad at your dad, you cover both bases. Tell us a story, though.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna play a song called "Living on Rock and Roll," which kind of wrote about 5 years ago now when I got my own little DIY studio and kind of started finding myself as an artist, because before that it was just playing in bands and playing live and thinking every show was awesome basically, and then when you get to record yourself you start listening back and you're like, well, that wasn't so good, maybe I could polish that part up or change these words or whatever, and kind of ended up just writing a lot of different kind of songs with the ability to record, and this one kind of just sort of tells my story as a songwriter and someone that moved from a place and found a lot of love in music. It's called Living on Rock and Roll. Moved to Carolina when I was 12 years old. My daddy got a job to use his skills for building motors. And those cars were moving fast as hell, but the brakes could slow them down. We don't have that luxury till we're 6 feet in the ground. And my heartbeat started racing when I finally made a friend. 'Cause everything felt different in this place I'd never been. We found a dusty box of tapes and got hooked on rock and roll. Learned a couple of chords and found the rhythm in our souls. And we were on top of the world growing up in the South. If we're having dinner at Mama's, better watch your mouth. But you can't wear out your welcome when you're always welcome home. And Daddy can't believe how much we've grown just living on rock and roll. High school in a small town, it revolves around teams. Mine was just a couple of dudes beating drums and bending strings. When graduation came and went, well, we had ourselves a band. And we were making noise and raising hell, no time to make a plan. 'Cause we were on top of the world growing up in the South. If we're having dinner at Mama's, better watch your mouth. But you can't wear out your welcome when you're always welcome home. And Daddy can't believe how much we've grown just living on rock and roll. Looking back, it makes me laugh at all the crazy dreams we chased. This is where I'm meant to be, living life at my own pace. And I might be getting older, but I ain't slowing down. 'Cause I can see that green flag waving, and I'm coming back around.
Yeah, I made it through the wreckage, and I gained a lot of ground. And I think back to the days when I was young, and we were on top of the world growing up in the South, where if you're having dinner at Mama's, better watch your mouth. And you can't wear out your welcome when you're always welcome home. And Daddy can't believe how much we've grown, just living on rock and roll. Just living on rock and roll. Yeah, living on rock and roll. Living on rock and roll.
Right on, man.
Thanks, y'all.
Who would have knew your host will pick and sing too?
I almost spit my drink.
Tonya, fun fact of the day, we met at another Roots and Around alum's wedding, a buddy by the name of Michael Kansler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A not so
Michael
fair
and
weathered
Mandy.
event, but fortunately we had a little bit of cover.
Yes.
So what you been doing since then?
Anything I can.
Right on.
Yeah, man. Anything. Following you on Facebook.
Don't follow me anyway. I don't know where I'm going.
Man, I'm just doing whatever I can to survive like everybody else.
I feel you.
And thankfully, music has a lot to do with that, so that's a good thing.
Does it not? It's about all I do. That's
Yeah.
about all any of us do, I suppose. At least us over here. I don't know about y'all. We appreciate y'all listening to it, though. That's awesome. So where are you from?
A little place called Statesville, North Carolina.
You from right here, huh?
Statesville, North Carolina. Born right here. Born and
homegrown
raised
down
right over
here.
there, Iredell Memorial Hospital.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
How long you been picking?
Not very long, not nearly as long as all these cats up here. I started singing at 6 years old, and I bought my first guitar at 30. So there was a bit of a gap there, but I always enjoyed singing, and I got tired of hearing guitar players say, "I don't want to play that song. It's a chick song. It hurts my fingers." So I was like, screw
A
you,
chick
I'll just
song
buy a
hurts your
guitar
fingers?
and I'll do that with myself. That's what a capo's for. It don't hurt my fingers.
Well, look at you. You picked up a guitar when you're 30 and you know the same 6 chords we all do.
Same 6 chords. How about that? You know, give me my capo and I know 12.
I hear you. What were some of your early influences in music? You said you was a singer before a guitar player.
Yeah, man. I'm a product of the '80s, baby. Class of 1987. Yes,
on.
indeed. So, you know, Madonna was like
A virgin?
at one time, you know. A long, long time ago. In a town very, very far away. No, man, that was I wanted to be the next Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston or something like that. I always loved the ballads and the big singers and all that kind of stuff. And then I heard of Sheila Carlisle. And she just did her thing in her tennis shoes and kicking on that stage, and she's like, "Come up here and sing Sweet Home Chicago with me." And the only line I knew is 1 and 1 is 2. And it was just awesome because I got to sing that line with Sheila Carlisle. And ever since then, I want to be that when I grow up. And then I got grown up and decided I didn't want to grow up and I just wanted to sing. So here we are. Here we are.
Here we are.
And 20 years later, I was in a little place called South Korea. Y'all ever heard of that? And that's where I bought my first guitar. So I learned G, C, and D, and I started playing country songs because you can play every country song ever written if you know G, C, and D, you know.
And that was just kind of how it was. Grew up in a bluegrass family, and a long line of fabulous pickers in my family. And every time I tried to play with them, it's like, man, that hurts my arm. Y'all play too fast for me. Let me play this slow song. I'll sing one to make you cry. That's what I like to do, you know, because you got to have the blues to sing the blues, right?
Right on.
Yeah.
Who are you listening to now?
I'm a huge Beth Hart fan. Because that chick is bringing the blues back. You know, everybody's like, man, you sound like Janis Joplin. You know, and any chick singer, is this PG-13 rated? Kind of, sort of. Any chick singer that has kahunas is compared to Janis Joplin, but there's a lot of great chick singers that's not Janis Joplin. And as much as we all love and adore the queen of rock and roll because she paved the way for all us chicks to come out here and do her thing, Beth Hart is doing her thing in her own way. And she started out on Star Search. So we all know some friends and people that have gone and done some things on TV and all that kind of thing. And it's just the fortitude. It's someone who she lived on the streets and got into some bad stuff, and now is 20 some odd years clean and sober. And just as much as music can bring you down, music can also bring you out of anything that life brings to you. Music can bring you out of
Amen.
Everything. So that's the cool thing about it. So that's who I'm digging on here lately. And what's his name? I'm digging on Ashley McBride a whole lot too. So, and what's his name? Zach Bryan. I'm digging on him quite a bit here lately too. So
Yeah, good haircut that guy's got.
Yeah. But I always dig on like Billie Holiday and Etta James and Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan. You know, these were the big singers in, you know, the Memorex, the law in the Shatter the Glass. You know, I mean, what chick singer don't want to sing big and all that kind of stuff? I had 4 brothers, so I had to scream for my supper a lot, you know.
You want to tell us a story?
I can tell you a story.
All righty.
I've always considered myself more of a song interpreter than a songwriter. There was so many great songs out there and everything, and gosh, it seemed like I was always finding new to me songs and stuff like that. And to be able to take someone else's song and put your own thing to it, it was always my thing, being a singer. But, you know, you get tired of people saying, oh, well, you're just a singer. You know, well, you're just a painter. Just be who you are and be happy is what I say. And I was in the middle of, I was 100 years pregnant and just ready to give birth at any given second. And I went with my parents to the rock school down in Valdez, and Dad's band was playing. And I kind of felt like I stepped back in time because it was of the setting of the venue. And was listening to all these harmonies and all this bluegrass and Southern gospel. All of that was big in my family. My grandfather's a minister, so there's a lot of music going on. And, you know, the music, the muse just touched me. And just for a moment, you know, everything that I was feeling with what I was personally going through. And, you know, God, where's the next step? You know, that question that everybody says, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? How did I get here? Where am I going? And then the music muse touched me with one little song here that I wrote a few years ago. And, you know, who don't want to sing and talk about heartbreak? Because, you know, we all know what it feels like for our heart to be broken. So I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called It Hurts Me So. Here we go. And I wrote it in about 8 minutes. And I don't know how to write another one. I couldn't believe this feeling. And I woke this morning to look and find that you're not there. stumbled to the kitchen, made a pot of coffee like I did when you were here. And it hurt me so. I said it hurt me so. Why did you have to go? Don't you know it hurt me so? Well, I'm working on a new routine, going through the motions like nothing here is wrong. Well, my head is filled with anger, drowning in emotions. Please, baby, come back home. Don't you know it hurts me so? I said it hurt me so. Why did you have to go? Don't you know it hurt me so? Gonna feel much better when I get over you. No more feeling sorry, 'cause I know I'll get through. Yeah. This is your fat solo part here. Y'all give him a hand over here. Don't you know it hurt? Yes, it hurt me so. I said it hurt me so. But now I'm glad you had to go. But then it hurt me so. Yes, then it hurt me so. I said it hurt. Yes, it hurt me so. Thank you so much.
He didn't deserve you anyway.
I was a little heartbroken at the time, if you couldn't tell.
I feel you. That's how they get through them. Now we're going to just make us a big old U-turn back to the front over here with Steven Davidson on his little guitar.
Hi.
So if you think about songs like Life in the Fast Lane, you know, or like Sweet Home Alabama, or like, you know, stuff like it's like a guitar tag like that really brings that song in, you know. So I think from a guitar standpoint, a lot of the time, these three goobers do a lot of the time. But what about you? Do you hear mandolin parts when you're getting melody stuff, or is it more like you filling in a piece, or you just it's a mandolin song and that's how it's going to be?
No, I mean, I hear the melody, and I feel like it could be done on any instrument, so it really doesn't even matter.
So you're, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, is it groove and melody based, like, equivalently type deal?
It's actually kind of, so I take it from the same standpoint as playing bass. You know, you play bass like a drum set. You know, you're in that rhythm section. I'm the snare in bluegrass.
Yeah, upchuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got bass and snare.
Right.
Yeah, so just looking at it as a real rhythmic instrument, but also on the other hand, it's melodic, like
It's
playing a
lead
fiddle.
instrument, yeah.
You know, it's tuned exactly the same, so your fiddle tunes just come naturally on it.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
is that just like a smaller guitar string there? You cut it up yourself, or?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Cut it the size, you know what I mean? Throw it on there. Sometimes they're wrong, you know what I mean?
You got any snacks in them F-holes?
In my bag, I do.
Oh, sweet, man.
You like Slim Jims?
I love a good Slim Jim. Why don't you sing us a song about anything other than a Slim Jim?
Other than I got a new one I wrote.
Let's hear it.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's hear a new one.
I might forget the lyrics. Is that all right?
It's your song. They don't know that. Y'all didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. And you ain't never heard it before, so you can't
It's got a
know.
mumble part in it.
I don't have a
keep up
name
with the
for it.
kids.
The Walmart uncut version.
I don't have a name for it.
That's fine.
Yeah?
The second one this evening that doesn't have it, that didn't have a name for it off the gun. I'm with it.
Well, you know. Well, it's another true story.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. Trying to remember it.
Okay.
Well, the officer handed me a paper, said I done it all wrong. Boy, if you don't clean up your act, you're gonna be long gone. Well, my mama, she tried to save me. Papa done told me to. You get yourself in, you get yourself out. Damn, boy, that's the truth. I said, damn, boy, that's the truth. Well, I like to smoke a little reefer and drink about a jar or two. When those white lines go on forever, it'll get a hold of you. And things, they get a little crazy. Most was a blur to me. Except the blonde hair beauty, long legs, red lips. Say, won't you come along with me? Oh, won't you come along with me? Now we're running down the holler, just a shouting and a squalling and carrying on and on. Just a bunch of kids feeding down in the creek and just trying to have some fun. So we built a big fire and some folks got excited, and who the hell called the law? Now I'm up Shit's Creek, down on my feet, wondering where I went wrong. Now we're running down the holler, just a shouting and a squalling and hurrying on and on. Just a bunch of kids feeding down in the creek, just trying to have some fun. So we built a big fire and some folks got excited, and who the hell called the law? Now I'm up Shit's Creek, down at my feet and wondering where I went wrong. Now I'm up Shit's Creek, staring at my feet and wondering where I went wrong.
I don't think he forgot any of it.
I think I did.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he forgot any of it.
I was nervous to do it. How about that?
Well, I think it sounded great, buddy.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Will, you've had some pretty good gigs lately coming up for you, ain't you?
I have.
Yeah, man. So tell me about Merle Fest for you this year.
So we played the band competition at Merle Fest, and we were the runners-up in the competition, but the winners could not perform on Sunday for whatever reason. Yeah. And so my perspective of it is a winner shows up and does their job. So it was a win for us to play on the hillside stage. And that was kind of full circle for me for Merle Fest, because I went to Merle Fest the first time in 2013, and I thought Wilkesboro was Merle Fest year-round. It's not at all. And then I had the opportunity to move to Wilkesboro in 2014, thinking that. And then attended the community college there, and got a degree, associate's degree, and kept on going to Merle Fest. So it really has my heart. That's the reason I moved to Wilkes County when I was there. So to play Hillside was pretty sweet this year.
Such a fun festival,
Yeah.
man. I like going to the campgrounds. Like there's guys that go to Merle Fest and they don't even care who's playing. They go to hang out under the tents out there and jam.
Oh yeah,
Like there's
I got a
guys that
buddy. He
just
goes
go
to
to hang out.
VFW every year. Yeah,
Man,
he
I
doesn't even
love
go to the
the fair.
festival.
What other fun ones you had this year? Anything else that was like? Did you get to like meet Dwight Yoakam or anything? Cool
I
like
wish. We ended up playing Floyd Fest. A couple weeks
slick,
ago,
man.
Too.
Up Virginia,
we
sweet.
were in the band competition for that. We were not a runner-up or a winner, but it was still fun to be there. They kind of screwed me over on sets though. I had to play during Trampled by Turtles set, which is one of my favorites. And then I had to play during a Turnpike Troubadour set, which is like the band that I wanted to see there.
I don't know why anybody is letting anybody play while Turnpike is playing right now. Right? Because all the musicians have been waiting for Turnpike to come back too. So like, just put like, hey, you're gonna play your set while Turnpike's playing. That's like saying, you're the outsider here. You're not local. So like, somebody's got to make noise by the beer tent while Turnpike's playing, and it's you, buddy.
Yeah.
Go see him in your state. Right on, man. Floyd Fest's another good one.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You want to sing us another story?
Yeah, sure.
Right on. Let's hear it.
This one right here is called Dancing with Ambition. Well, I've been waiting on a day of difference to get up and walk my way. And this man supposed to be one day hope to meet him face to face. Sometimes I drink too much, I stay out too late. Always something on my plate. Folks like me, we find a way to complain when everything good is coming our way. Oh, this life, I wish I could flag down, float along like a summer breeze. Well, we are much different now. We've got hope in our eyes and ambition dancing in our feet. Dancing in our feet. Dancing in our feet. Dancing in our feet. Funny how everything works out. We spend our days running off all this fear and this doubt. We wake up one morning, everything has changed. Say goodbye to the kids we will never be the same. We will never be the same. We will never be the same. No, we will never be the same. And I am tired of this childhood living. So I'm gonna live out the rest of my days. And I can't take how many I've been given. There and make my own way. I'm making my own way. I'm making my own way. I'm making my own way. Oh, this life I wish I could flag down. Float along like the summer breeze. You and I, well, we
dancing in our faith, dancing in our faith, dancing in our faith.
Killed her on that minor chord, I hear you. Pretty slick, bub. I dig it. Brian, what is your favorite Lunchable?
I like the pizza ones. Yeah, buddy. The pepperoni ones, specifically.
Pepperoni pizza? I feel you, man.
But I haven't had one in about 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Now you got me thinking
Yeah,
about
right.
it.
Don't act like you
pretty
ain't been
good.
leaving late after a gig and stop at a QT and it's 3:30 and cookout's closed. And
Oops.
it's either that or some old stale fruit and you get you a Lunchable. Come on, man. You know better. But for real, though, I know I got a few of them where an edit to a song comes, who's cooking fries?
Something with that camera
Oh.
next to you.
Bye. But anyway, I got a couple of them where it's like that edit comes like a little late, like not when you're walking the dog after you've been writing for the day, but it comes like after you've already like recorded it and released it. You know what I mean? So guess what I'm getting at? This little paper right here that I can half see is, you ever feel like a song is ever completely finished, or are you just like crippling self-doubt and nothing is ever good enough and done?
Right in the middle of the two, probably.
Okay. All right. I just try to give you one of the two. Like man,
I don't know. For me,
in my head a lot. So
for me, it's like once it's recorded, there's a good chance it's going to stay that way, but it's not like set in stone. Like, it's my song. If I want to change it, I'm going to probably change it.
real Jerry about it. I feel you.
Some people that like the songs that I write don't like when I change the lyrics, because then I'm singing it, and then I get to a part, and they're trying to sing along, like, wait a minute, you changed the words on me, man. I'm like, but it makes more sense. It's worth it. Just, you got to rememorize it like I did.
Man, you got the microphone. You got the microphone.
Yeah.
Just let them know.
Exactly.
Tell us another story, bud.
Yeah, man. This one is kind of like a song that I like literally wrote with that in mind. There's like one line. So the song's called "Feels Like June," and there's the hook of it's like "Feels like June, me and you, summer of 1972." So I kind of like have this one line that's about what's on the radio in the song, and I always change it up to just a different song or a different artist that was popular. I don't know, just to kind of have that variable in a song. Sometimes it's nice to have that flexibility and have fun and keep people on their toes. Like, oh, I forgot about that song. That was a hit in 72? I didn't even know that. Or they might not even think about it because I'm overthinking what I'm doing with my lyrics.
Well, somebody will catch it. Yeah. See if y'all paying attention.
It's called "Feels Like June."
Headed down to the riverside, down a dead-end road. Yeah, we gonna get high. American Pie on the radio, but it ain't low, no, no. We keeping it loud. And it don't matter if it's raining. If I'm with you, the sun is shining, and it feels like June, me and you, the summer of 1972. Magnolias bloom, and our love does too. Jump on in, the water's fine. It's just a lack of clothes, but that ain't no crime. When it's hot as coals in a burning fire, you know we're keeping it cool until it turns to night. And it don't matter if that moon don't shine, as long as I'm right here with you tonight. It feels like June, me and you, the summer of 1972. Magnolias bloom, and our love does too. Yeah, it feels like there's nothing to do. I might as well call a little trouble with you and make a dream come true until it feels like June. Oh, it feels like June, me and you, the summer of 1972. Magnolias bloom, and our love does too. Yeah, it feels like June, there's nothing to do. I might as well cause a little trouble with you and make a dream come true until it feels like June. Yeah, it feels like June, me and you, the summer of 1972. Magnolias bloom, and our love does too. Yeah, it feels like June, there's nothing to do. I might as well cause a little trouble with you and make a dream come true until it feels like June. Hey. Thanks, y'all.
June's a lot easier to rhyme than August, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so. Feels like August. No. Yeah, that's a hard one, man.
It's like August. Tonya, you said you got some musical family. Any of them songwriters out there, or are they all just pickers?
Yeah, there are a lot of songwriters up there. Man, I've seen my dad write a song just like that. You know, you can give him a subject, Dad, Cheese Whiz, and he writes a song about Cheese Whiz. Like, how do you do that?
Did you say your daddy was a minister too, or is that your grandpa?
No, my grandfather, my mother's father, was
okay.
a minister, Church of God of Prophecy in Hiddenite, North Carolina. And they had a full band in the church, so that was kind of cool. And, you know, growing up, everywhere we went, people played music, so I thought that was just like everybody did that. You know, and it wasn't until many years later on when I got to go play music that I realized, oh no, everybody don't get together on Sunday afternoons and pick and grin and eat watermelon and do all that kind of stuff. But what a blessed childhood it was to grow up that way. My two oldest brothers played with my dad for many, many years, and he and his brother played together as well. So there's a long lineage of songwriters in the family. I'm still trying to tap into that muse. But hearing all you guys up here, I think I need to write a song about facial hair, because I'm feeling. I didn't want to tell y'all it was still No Shave November for me.
Nah, old shin beard. Right on.
Woo! Yeah, I'm not as nervous now. Maybe.
Yeah, you know, you see most of these musicians these days, you don't know whether, like, we're about to raise a barn or play some folk music.
Well, I know, right? You just don't know. But I think it's awesome because everybody's just being who they are. And what a beautiful world that we can live in when you just be who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. Why don't you tell us a story?
But that totally does not lead into the next song that I was going to do at all. You were talking earlier with Bryan about, you know, you write a song and it changes 100,000 times and you record it and you still want to change it and all that. Well, this song that I'm going to do is actually a song that my brother Woody wrote. When he wrote it, you know, he wrote it one way and I heard it and I was like, man, dude, I love that freaking song, except for the murder part. I didn't, but I really, really, really wanted to do that part too. And it's a song about when you find your significant other in the arms of another, and never ever bake your bread where you knead your dough, and don't date anyone you work with ever, ever, ever. I learned that about the 5th time I tried. So anyway, this song is called Cold Black Hair, and I've done it in this room many, many times, and it's just such an appropriate room to do this song. And speaking of songs changing it, he recorded it one way, and then several years later, he recorded it again and totally did it different. And now that I'm, you know, kind of taking on the persona of it, I do it completely different than either way that he does it, and that's the power of a good song. And that's the power of interpreting a song, and that's why I say I really want to be a songwriter, but I really truly feel like I'm a song interpreter because I can take your words and relive your story and, you know, put myself in that story. But this one I kind of sort of did live. I was brokenhearted, but since we're in the jail, I love doing the song here. It's called Cold Black Hair. And, you know, y'all pick along if you want to. I ain't scared. Don't be. Makes me less nervous that way. I'm sitting in the big girl's chair tonight. Well, number 95 is running right on time. In my sleep, I can hear the train. Well, it ain't no dream. I feel the heat of the steam and the pounding of the pouring rain. Well, I'm running right back to the city where I should stay. 'Cause now the mountainside is holding me alive, and it's for my blood day. She sleeps forever where her bloodstains cover the ground. When I'm tired and bound, I got to cool down. But many people look to put me down. And now daylight's coming, I want to be running to a summertime somewhere. From the murder and death, and now I lead to rest the girl with that cold black hair. Time was falling and the hounds were calling. Shots rang out in the air, and the blood was spilling 'cause I'd done the killing of a girl with a cold black hair. Ooh, that manlin's so pretty. Well, I'm settling in my seat when my eyes began to close. Some memories scream, some are like dreams as I listen to that whistle. Oh, well, I worked so hard night and day to give all my money away. I gave them all of my love and I got none in return. Here I sit today. Could laugh whenever I wanted, but I never even tried. Well, I was blind to his lying ways by the lightning in them eyes. And now daylight's coming, I want to be running to a summertime somewhere. From the murder and death, and now I lead to rest the girl with that cold black hair. Time was falling and the hounds were calling. Shots rang out in the air, and the blood was spilling 'cause I'd done the killing of a girl with a cold black It was the coldest day in December. Snow ate up all the ground. The sky was hot and mean, and the thunder screamed, and the lightning went across the ground. I came home to red coals burning, heard voices from down the hall. Yeah, I knew the deal, and I grabbed cold steel, hanging from on my wall. I told him, if you want to be together, I can do you both a favor today. And I closed my eyes and the gun it fired. Now I got hell to pay, and it looks like I'm on my way. This daylight's coming, I want to be running to a summertime somewhere. From the murder and death, and I will lead to rest the girl spilling 'cause I done the killing of a girl with a cool black hair. The cool black hair. The cool black hair. With the cool black hair.
All right.
Thank you so much. How about that mandolin and guitar there? Shoo! That gave me the chili Wonkas, y'all, man. That was cool.
We got a special little treat for you next, folks. It's this little thing called an intermission where you can go out in this lobby and get you a water or a cherry lemon sundrop or one of them cookies that's like real chocolate with all kinds of other stuff in it. You beat your brain out of your skull trying to get to it with your tongue. So make sure you go get you one of them and talk and be amongst each other and make sure you pee, because if you walk out in the middle of a song, I'm going to be madder than hell.
Oh, boy.
Okay. We'll see y'all in a minute.
I just about did in the middle of that song.
Give these guys one more big hand, man. This is awesome. Thank you.
I just want to give a special thanks to Mooresville Tattoo Company, who is our sponsor for this episode. Mooresville Tattoo Company provides some custom tattoos with some great workmanship. They've got several different artists to cater to your different styles or whatever you're looking for art. We really appreciate them. They've been a great supporter for everything we've been doing with Grassroots. And I just want to give one more round of applause from Mooresville Tattoo Company, y'all. With that said, I'm going to pass this host mic back over to Justin Clyde Williams over yonder.
Ambassadors of the pain crayons. Those guys over there, they are. Y'all want to go in the same order here? Okay. Steven, you got all 17 of them strings about ready to go?
Almost. They're almost there, man.
Getting there.
All right.
So, as a songwriter, from the songwriting standpoint, are you one of these people that write songs because like you're in a mood to write a song, or do you have to write kind of deal?
Well, sometimes it just kind of pops up. You know, I got a couple songs where I was in the middle of something totally different and like, hold on one second, and go run and kind of just chord it out real quick and write down some lyrics and then go back to do what I'm doing. But then you do that sometimes. Sometimes you get a full song. But then there's sometimes where it just sits there, and then every once in a blue moon, you're like, you come back and you add another verse, or you add a bridge, or something along those lines, or you decide to change it all the way. Then there's those songs that you're like, no, this thing is getting done today. Yep. I am absolutely done messing with it. And then you're never happy with it.
I was going to build on that. I said the songs you have to do that with is like that the compromise. You know what I mean? I can't stand that. But like saying whether something's like good enough or you could do better, or is it just good enough to be done? You know, I hate that.
It's good enough to be done, and you're like, I'm about to change that whole verse. God, I'm gonna wipe that away.
Just don't record it, man. Just chew on it for a little while until you got you a Drake hit, right?
Yep. It's like what Bryan was saying, you know what I mean? You even go out and you play this song, and next thing you know, somebody's singing it, and you're like, totally different verse.
It's your boat, though, man. It's your boat.
The song took a left turn. Sorry, bro.
Right on. You want to tell us a story?
I got one. You like cockfights?
Right on. Tom Russell.
I got one. All right, yeah, here you go. It's an E if anybody wants to jump in. G, E, E. Red had a hell of an itch. He was always looking to fight. He ran an old cocktail farm down by the borderline. Sitting up in his old oak chair, a man came by the gym. He said, hey son, I bet you won't, and I bet I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Yeah, I'm gonna win. Sputtering, spinning and hollering and kicking rocks about the laws. And an old drunk man with a gin in his hand, gonna better stand the cost. Whining and crying with the teacher just shining, couldn't believe that cock was gone. I'll tell you once, you son of a bitch, you better watch out when I come. When I come. Oh, when I come. Come again if you think you're gonna win. If you're gonna win. If you're gonna win. If you're gonna win. Oh.
Yeah, I liked it a little bit.
Man, if I was a chicken, I'd be fighting like hell.
I got the verses all mixed up, but yeah.
I'd be tearing a coop up. You put that on. Right on. Any old Rhode Island Reds out there want to get the business? Call my buddy Steven over here.
Hey.
Anyway, Will, we've decided that we have not met before, and I've not heard your songs before, but so far they have like the phrasing, like simplicity of phrasing. You're not trying too hard to convey a point. You're just kind of rolling along with your groove, like inside in the scope of the song. You know what I mean? I think that's something we all kind of strive for, or like hope to strive for, or want to do whenever we're like as far as making our own sound, but. What are some things that you do yourself to like quiet down that voice that keeps you from saying, no, that's too stupid or too simple, or I'm not being serious enough with this, you know?
I think it's, I learned it mainly through studio art. I was a studio art minor at App State, and you just got to work on stuff for the practice of it and not just work to make a masterpiece. Now, you also work to have a presentable piece, but just always practice writing. That's the biggest thing, and know when to quit. Because whenever I was going to school for art, I just didn't know when to quit sometimes. I'd have a piece that was really good, and I would ruin it because I just kept on overworking it.
Right on. Tell us another story.
All right. This one right here is called River Song. I managed a kayak and canoe rental company up in Danbury, North Carolina, called the Dan River Company, and I did that. I worked for that company for I think 7 years, and my job was to put folks on the river, or check them into the office, put them on the river, go back to the office, and wait on them to come back. At the end of the day, and this is kind of one of the songs, this is the song that came to me in the office one time. It's called River Song. It just talks about how life is very similar to a river. You got your swift water and your eddies, your highs and your low points as well. And so yeah, this is just saying life is like a river. It's called River Song.
Go on, my own dear sleeper. Go on, my dearest friend. I had to get on down the river just to see where this old boat will land. And I don't know what this life will bring me, much less when it all ends. What if a thing is for certain? If you don't live the life given, well, it's the damnedest sin. So let's go on down the river, and I'm wondering if we're gonna sink or swim, because we all have rough landing. It's how we reach that destination in the end. Carry on, my dear sweet family, 'cause I know that you will love me till the end. And you don't need one good reason, 'cause the good Lord knows that I'll disprove all of them. Just carry me through the valley when I am too weak to even carry on. We all need a set of helping hands, but not a single one of us can make it on our own. So let's go on down the river, but now wondering if we're gonna sink or swim, because we all have rough landings. It's how we reach that destination in the end. Something different, make these dreams more than pretend. Here lately, like I've seen the same thing, and I get one day closer to my end. Let's go on down the river, not wondering if we're gonna sink or swim, because we all have rough lands until we reach that destination in the end. Let's go on down the river. Not wondering if we're gonna sink or swim, because we all have rough plans. That's how we reach that destination in the end.
All right. Right on. Brian, could you or Josh 1 tell me what the country of origin is of a suavocado?
No idea, but they're awesome.
Right on, man. Does it go on a sandwich or a playlist?
Goes in your ears.
Okay, right on. I'm with it. So, you pick a little lead too. Do you do all that on your own stuff? Do you have your own melodies whenever you do that, or do you have somebody else do you like getting another ear on it when it's your own stuff?
That can go either way, really. It's nice to have some criticism on it. I don't mind that because my ears are different than everybody else's ears.
Right on.
And vice versa. So any little advice or opinions on songs is always something worth hearing for me, in my opinion.
Sing me a story about anything other than Minotaurs.
I'm gonna have to get the next song then, because
You can play your fourth song if you want to.
the Minotaur song's gonna get skipped. Darn. Well, I'm gonna play some new songs that I'm gonna try not to forget lyrics to.
Right on.
I'm gonna try and have them on my phone in case I do forget them, that I might be able to at least see, a word or two from
How
that
new
distance.
are we talking?
I just need one. There's this one part that I know I'm gonna get to and be like, I got this. I'm like, where's my phone?
Well, I mean, I don't mind standing over there for you if you want me to. I can keep your phone lit up. I'll stand there like
Just hold it right
like
here
old
for me.
drunk girl that wants to sing Kid Rock with you, and you tell her you don't know the lyrics, so she comes up here with her phone. Dang, you play guitar? What do you mean you don't know it? I got all the words right here.
Oh man.
Here's a new song, folks.
Brand new. Yeah, this is something I haven't played yet. It's kind of a song I'm writing about just the general feel of this local area. There's a gas station around the corner that I always get gas at, and they still have the guy that comes out and pumps your gas when you drive up over to Little Bell, and he'll give my dog a treat, and then I'll roll on out of there. And I don't know, there's just something special about the small town vibe in a place like this, and kind of been working on a song. I don't know, I had a couple lyrics like Steven was saying. Just kind of started something and then set it back on the back burner for a little bit and kind of looked at it in my phone. I was like, those are pretty cool words. Let me add something else to it and add a little more to it. Didn't really have any music to it yet. And then I knew Roots and Around was coming up, so I was like, well, this is kind of putting a fire under me, so I should maybe put some music to this now. It seems like it's kind of fleshed out to the most part. And yeah, that's one of the songs that I don't know if it's going to change next week or not. It's pretty fresh. But I think I'm going to call it Map Dot.
I had a fresh one on my round, and it's changed since then when I played here.
I remember that. And the lyric that you changed, I actually like a lot better, too.
So it happens, man. And there's record of it 2 different ways now. So y'all be mindful. This is like a one-off right here. This is like the genesis. This is the prototype. This is the one that the law don't know about.
More than just a place with a name on a map and a dot. There's a lot more to it than that. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll do what I can if you got a couple minutes to spare. There's a service station man and he'll pump your gas. He asks you how you're doing even if you're just passing through. It's just what we do out here. Out here with a feeling that you can't forget. Out here, stealing away for every sweet sunset. Like an old-fashioned passion that you never forget. You can only find it once you get out here. There's a reason it's so easy to grin. Out here, where our cup's flowing over the rim. I wanna wake up in the morning just to live it again. Every time I find myself at the bar downtown on a Friday night, it gets to getting rowdy, but they ain't gonna fight, 'cause they all know each other and a brother or sister or two. Saturday morning, waking up in a haze, looking at her and I'm feeling amazed, falling in love with every little thing you do. Church bells ringing out Sunday night. The liquor store's closed, so we'll pick up some wine. And time will only tell what folks like us are fixing to do out here, with a feeling that you can't forget. Out here, steal away for every sweet sunset, like an old-fashioned passion that you never forget. You can only find it once you get out here. There's a reason it's so easy to grin. Out here, where our cups are flowing over the rim. Wanna wake up in the morning just to live it again. Every time I find myself out here, yeah, I find myself out here. Downtown, small town, homegrown folks telling old stories that we already know. Young folk from matter of fact. I'll top it off with a y'all come back out here. There's a reason it's so easy to grin. Out here, where our cups are flowing over the rim. Yeah, we'll wake up in the morning just to live it again. Every time I find myself out here. Every time I find myself out here. Every time I find myself out here.
Right on, bud.
Yeah, I messed up some words. I almost cussed even. Like my mouth was saying things that didn't make any sense. Like I don't even know what I said. I almost said the F word. I was trying to say buck, I swear.
I got it about 8 times on here that says I'm not supposed to say that word. Like, it says that more than actual notes on here. Tell me what not to say. But Tonya, I know you to play solo most of the time, but me personally, I'd rather go herd a bunch of damn cats and play with a band full time. But sometimes I find myself like, depending
It's
on
like
the gig,
herding a bunch of cats when you play with a band.
It is. But sometimes I feel like I got, an arm tied behind my back, depending whenever I'm playing solo. But does how does being a predominant like solo artist affect your writing process, or does it really change it at all? Like, are you somebody that'll get musicians when you need them, or do you just like?
Yeah, whatever, however we do it. Like this week alone, I played a couple solo shows, and I played a couple songs with totally different artists, different musicians and stuff. When I first started in the music business, it's vastly different now than what it was even just 5 and 10 years ago. Now I just kind of book according to the venue's budget. If they have a smaller budget, I bring solo. If they have a larger budget, then we just kind of fill in the pieces along. And I did carry a band for many, many years, but it was like herding cats. So, the thing about the band, there's nothing like being able to connect with people through music. And that's just a special magic, and that's why we do what we do, because no matter how much you love so many things in this world, the feeling that you get when you make music with other people, there is no other feeling. That is our drug, that is our addiction, that is our obsession. And as much as we love everything that we love, there's just nothing like making music with people, because for 3 minutes and 28 seconds, we're all connected on the same wave, on the same frequency. And that's why music is so beautiful and universal everywhere. And even if you don't speak the same language, man, everybody knows songs, and rhythm, and you feel that. And it doesn't matter to me if it's solo, duo, trio, full band. Of course, sometimes the more the merrier, and sometimes it's like, oh God, if I have to hear that opinion one more time. No, I don't care what your girlfriend's girlfriend said about whatever. It's irrelevant. She ain't paying the power bill. But to do what we just did here a few minutes ago, are you freaking kidding me? To get the goosebumps when everybody just joins in on a little something, you know, that's the magic that makes music. So that's what I love the most.
Right on.
Yeah.
You want to tell us another story in the key you're choosing?
I want to tell you a story I'm going to do a cover song. I know we're probably not supposed to, but I heard this song a couple months ago, and I couldn't get through listening through the whole song without just bawling my eyes
Those are
out
the
like a
good
little
ones.
baby in
Yeah.
the corner, man. And I had to listen to it about 385 times before I could even get through listening to it without crying. And then I had to play it about 258 times before I could play it without crying through it and everything. But it's very impactful to me because, you know, being a woman in music is a little bit different than being a guy in music. And being a woman in the man's world is always a little bit different. I'm not going to go down all that kind of stuff, but, you know, when somebody tells you constantly, well, you got a great voice, but you don't look like what we're looking for, or what do you mean you want to be a singer in a band? Oh, that'll never go anywhere. What are you doing? Oh, you got to get a real job. When are you going to get a real job? That one's hard. That one's hard. How hard do you have to swallow when somebody looks at you guys and says, when are you going to get a real job?
I have a finger for him.
I offer them high-priced pinky quite a bit. As a matter
I
of
usually
fact.
hear that when I'm like door dashing on my way to a gig.
Exactly. My true favorite thing that I hear quite often these days is in fact, I was at a gig just earlier this week, and somebody came up to me when I was on break, and they said, have you ever thought about doing that for a living? What a novel idea. I would love to do that. I was in Wilkesboro, sat in with some friends in Wilkesboro, and this guy came up one night, and he's like, man, have you ever thought about being a blues singer? Man, you could make so much money. Really? Sign me up for that one,
Get out of
buddy.
Staples, girl. Go book you some gigs.
Can you book me some gigs? Well, I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. Here's my card. Give him my number.
I work at Chili's on Thursdays. You can come play down there at the bar.
Well, back to this song that I'm going to cover and all that kind of stuff. When I was introduced to this lady, a fella local here named Isaac Hickerson played a song called A Bible in the 44. And I was like, ooh, I like that. Who does that? Is that one of yours? And he's like, no, it's Ashley McBride. Well, then he did another one of her songs, and I was like, dude, I really like that song. He was like, oh, yeah, you need to hear her version of it. Well, then when I Googled the song, here's Garth Brooks covering her song. And I'm like, man, this song's kind of got some power behind it and everything. Well, then when I heard the story behind it, and when your high school teacher goes around the room and says, you know, what do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? And she said, well, I want to be a songwriter, and I want to move to Nashville and write songs so other people can sing them. And the teacher looked at her and laughed at her and said, you better have a plan B. How many times have y'all been told you better have a plan B? Well, I am glad to say for the 5th year in a row, I am a full-time local musician.
That's a real job.
That's a real job. How about that? That real money pays my real bills, so I think that's a real job. But I always try to use this platform to tell people, no matter what your dream is, follow it. There is no expiration. There is no rules. You're the one that's in control of all of that. And never let anybody tell you you can't do something that you feel with every breath that you take. You can do anything that you want to. That's the beauty of living your best life. So, this song is called Girl Going Nowhere. I got to swallow real heavy on that one, y'all.
Right on.
Thank you so much. Woo, children.
What are we looking at on airing this episode?
Roughly a month.
A month? Okay, I'm going to forward all our artists here the time to pull out their cell phones and look at their calendars or their notebooks, whatever they got, because this next question's a doozy. And while you're down, you might want to get back down there because I got another question for you. You going to play that train horn or is it just propping your microphone up? There we go.
Leaving the station now.
All right. So if you're active on social media, let the folks know your handles and not so's or whatever, and where you playing in a month.
Oh, playing in a month. That's why you don't make it.
Yeah, right on. Quit texting. Quit playing Candy
texting.
Crush.
I'm not
and
texting. Not texting.
We had an intermission for you to get caught up.
Well, I mean, like on the 26th, I play with Cottle Creek, the local boys, and the Broad Pickups out of Statesville.
Right on.
Let's see, Cottle Creek has some shows coming up. Ice House Amphitheater. Let's see, that's in South Carolina.
Steven's trying to say, like, basically, if you're in a band in, like, the tri-state area kind of that vibes like this, he probably plays in your band.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. Like, I've already hit Will up over here, you know? So I had him come to the house and be like, yo, let's do some stuff, you know what I mean? Come on.
All right, so and that's September you're looking at, right? Are you looking at September there?
That's the end of this month, actually, then September.
Yeah, tell me what you, because we're like, you're telling people past events at this point, like.
Oh, well, okay.
Future Steven's gonna be watching this and be like, man, I was on the wrong gig.
Well, let's see, local boys at Noble Smoke down yonder in Charlotte area. We have the local boys also has a festival in Blairsville. Couldn't tell you what the name of it is because I didn't put it in there.
It's probably Blair Fest if I was going to guess on anything.
It might be. Probably a is that Harvest Fest?
Mountain Music Day Festival.
That one.
Pretty descriptive there. Mountain Music Day Festival. Not no nights because we're napping.
We do other things at night.
Chemicals.
I got this.
Sure.
This is what happens when you pick up hitchhikers.
Man. How I got here. That's how I made it. You want to tell us another story over above?
What kind of story you want to know?
I guess whatever you're feeling. You actually never know. You done sang a song about cockfighting, so you might actually have a song about minotaurs. Sing me a song about anything other than bicycles.
Oh. There's so many songs about bicycles.
Yeah, but I mean, did you ride it?
On this one day, and I forgot what happened.
I feel you, bro.
Why you gonna put me on the spot, man?
I don't know. Just let's hear something out of your brain, out of your noodle.
Here's one about my fiancée.
Hey.
She's that hot-ass blonde right there.
So she's been waiting all night for this.
She had no idea, and she's probably going to yell at me for putting her on the spot right now.
She's hot. Does she know you're a musician?
She didn't know she was a fiancé until just now.
Awesome.
That's my proposal. How about that? Oh, yeah, going to Vegas in November?
I
How
now
about that?
pronounce
Yeah,
you.
You good? Anyway, so... so you're just gonna get a whole solo part on this one? No. I got a little girl from Memphis, and Lord, she blew my mind. Her long legs and blonde hair, and Lord, those big doe eyes. My heart wasn't ready, Lord, she took me by surprise. dragged through the mud, being black and blue. She came round the corner, said, honey, how do you do? Oh, she can make happy any man alive. Makes my heart jump a beat just to know she's mine. One little look, boy, tells me that she's mine. She can make happy any man alive. Makes my heart jump a beat just to know she's mine. One little kiss, boys, puts me right back on time. I got a little girl from Memphis, and Lord, she blew my mind. Her long legs and blonde hair, Lord, those big doe eyes. My heart wasn't ready, Lord, she took me by surprise. Oh, my heart wasn't ready, Lord, she took me by surprise. Thank you, folks.
Right on. Found a guitar.
I noticed.
Well, where are you going to be in about a month?
I'm going to be playing a festival back home in Stokes County called the Stokes Stomp on September 10th.
Stoke Stomp?
That's right. That's what it's called. We
Right on.
stomp on Stokeses.
As long as they're respectful about it, I guess. I mean,
And actually, the day before that, I'm doing a songwriters festival up in Boone called Antlers and Acorns. That'll
Slick.
be a lot of fun.
I've seen that. I got a couple buddies playing up there on that one. That's
Oh,
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah, right
Heck
on
yeah.
there.
And then we're going to be doing, I think it's called River Jam down at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte on September 24th.
Slick.
It'll be pretty fun. Team, really looking forward to that one.
It'll be fun, man. What about socials? Where can we find you at online on the teletext?
Anything under Will Easter. On Instagram, it's Will Easter Music. On Facebook, it's just Will Easter. And I'm on Spotify and iTunes and all that good stuff, too.
Right on, bro. You
Yeah.
want to tell us another story?
Yeah.
Sing me a song about anything other than citrus fruits.
I got to change my song real quick. That's right.
That doesn't include scurvy. Can you sing about Y'all having fun? I've been doing more just mouth running than I have actually hosting. See, I'm not even looking at y'all now. That's how in this I am. But it's not my fault. Thanks for spending your Sunday with us. Who's got to work tomorrow? Yeah, y'all are the real damn
Unfortunately.
heroes.
Here we go. I'm going to do Slow Heartbreaker, I guess. This song's called Libby Girl. Sorry, I can't do that. That sounds terrible.
Look, musicians aren't picky, okay? You know how crazy it is to be trying to play something that's uniform and then it's not?
Yes.
It drives you crazy.
We tune because we care. That's what I think.
That's right.
And you can't tune a fish.
Actually, you know how how to make a song sound better? Stay tuned, y'all. I'll tell you in a bit.
Why don't you play us a tune, Will?
Oh, there we go. Baby girl, you sent me for a whirl. Baby girl, you know I wish you well, dear. Baby girl, send my darkness back to light and change my day into night. When you left this place, you warned me of the coldness that had formed around your heart. And like a fool drunk on love, I just kept driving, crashing, burning, spinning to this loneliness. This loneliness. Lippy girl, like nothing I have ever seen, gone like the flash of a movie screen, just like that. Lippy girl, for you I would have given it all. You're like the Appalachia in the fall, so much beauty. You warned me of the coldness that had formed around your heart. With Lucifer's desires, I just kept flying, crashing, burning, spinning to this loneliness. This loneliness. Loneliness, it's loneliness. Baby girl, you send me for a whirl. Baby girl, you know I wish you well, dear.
Right on, man. Y'all leave me alone, man. You're waiting for me to say something stupid. I already know. How many TikTok followers you got?
37.
37?
I think maybe something like that.
Oh, man. Where
forgot
can
I
the
had
people
that.
find you at, and where are you playing in roughly a month?
So let's see here. Well, Suavocados, which we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, is that a fruit or a vegetable?
It's neither. It's actually its own specific food group. Yeah, it's special. It's real special.
Food for the soul,
If
right?
y'all want to find out about that, come on up here on August 25th. We're going to have a 6-piece band up in here playing bluegrass and
A whole
outlaw
damn
country.
fruit bowl.
Yes. Suavocado style. Step in the right direction. Thanks, Josh. But yeah, you can find my personal social media for my music is at Bo Songs NC, as in Bryan Olson Songs NC. Got some music on Spotify and stuff like that too. But that's about the gist of it for the most part. Don't have a whole lot of gigs coming up other than that Suavocados thing, to be honest.
Cool, man. Bo is also slang for like buddy or feller if you're from the east side of the state.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Bo.
What's up, Bo?
Yeah.
Nope.
Anyway, sing us a song about anything other than bows.
You know, you actually nailed it on this one because this next one is literally about a boat.
Oh, guess what, buddy?
I gotta play it. No, I've been preparing and stressing about not forgetting lyrics to this one.
I'm the host here, so. Wait, did you say boat with a T or with a W?
Boat.
I said bow.
Oh, bow?
Yeah, like with a W.
Oh, like bow.
Or a EAU.
There. Well, I don't. Yeah, that's a work in progress.
Yeah. Right on. Sing a boat song, man.
It's actually kind of more like about fishing than a boat, but you know.
Oh, sweet.
I
like fishing songs.
Yeah, you kind of need a boat to go fishing. Not always, but kind of makes it better.
You got money.
You can get a little
You can do
further.
both.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you got money, don't know who's gonna buy
If you're a
it. But I need
songwriter,
boat.
it depends.
So yeah, I don't know. I was just sitting around one day, and I kind of wanted to go fishing, but I had an idea of somebody in my head that wanted to go fishing way worse than me, and basically it's kind of like a song about a dude that's all he wants to do is just get a boat and go fishing and have enough money to just enjoy himself doing that when he wants, you know. And so I think I'm gonna call this one "Wishing I Was Fishing." Old man told me, wake up, work hard, head home and do it all again. And I said, damn right, buddy. Been saving up money, pulling double time and spreading it thin. He said, what you gonna do with all that money if you don't ever get to be gone? And I told him how I'm hunting down a fiberglass flat bottom beauty I can call my own. But I'm stuck here, wishing I was fishing off a boat with the troller on. Rocking 20-pound test on a Zebco reel, hiding my eyes from the sun. The overtime pay been dangling on a jig hook. Ain't enough hours in the day, and it ain't enough line on the boss man's reel to keep me from getting away to the swamp or the bay, up a river or on a lake, a stock pond. Just let me cast, and you can kiss my bass. She said dinner date, 5 o'clock Saturday, baby, just you and I. And I said okay, but then I got faded, and I blame it on the other guys. Yeah, we started talking fishing holes, ripping lips, new poles, went and picked up a little bait. I had the trailer in the water when I thought about it. Lucky she was 7 minutes late. Now I'm stuck here, wishing I was fishing off a boat with the troller on. Rocking 20-pound test off my Zebco reel, hiding my eyes from the sun. I try to make her happy and she cracks a little smile when I tell her we should get away from home so she can hit the beach, but I'll be out of reach 'cause I always turn off my phone. On the swamp or the bay, up a river or on a lake, a stocked pond, just let me cast, you can kiss my bass. Channel markers telling me that I'm a little too far from land. The Evan route starts sputtering, but that don't change my plans, not one bit. Now I'm stuck here, but at least I'm fishing off a boat that I finally own. Yeah, I'm keeping it real and reeling them in my new favorite honey hole. 'Cause a bad day of fishing beats a good day of working, but a good day of fishing, that's the best kind of day. On a flat bottom fiberglass beauty on the water, even if it ain't making no wake. On the swamp or the bay, up a river or on a lake, a stocked pond, just let me cast, and you can kiss my bass. Thanks, y'all. Wishing I was fishing.
Right on.
Let me cast.
Tonya, what is your take on the current state of Facebook timelines?
2 words. Scroll on.
Right on. Where can people find you if they choose not to scroll on?
Well, every Tuesday and Wednesday, of course, open mic night. Whoop! Cedar Stump Pub every Tuesday and Wednesday. September. Dun, 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 dun. Do you remember? On the 21st day, September. I have open mic, by the way, so come by. Gosh, I'm everywhere. I'm going to be at Golden Roads Vineyards. I'm going to be at Davidson Vineyards. I'm going to be at Brewski's in Asheboro.
Hey, yeah.
I'm going to be at Primal Brewery in Huntersville. And I'm going to be at Huckleberry's in Tryon, North Carolina. And Z's Tavern in Matthews. And that's going to be with the Big Damn Duo. Never less than 3, but so far we've had 9 in the Big Damn Duo. So come to Z's Tavern down in Matthews.
If you're leaving your house in September, you'll probably see Tonya.
You will see me on the road, and when you go through Davidson, it's just water. Keep driving. Please, please, it's just water. Keep driving.
You want to tell us another story?
Well, I will tell another story that another North Carolinian told, because when I got here today, my friend John was here, and he's like, "Can you do Soul Shine today?" And I have filled my soul with gladness with all of these incredible musicians and songwriters here, and you guys are the best in the world, because we do what we do for folks like y'all to come and sit and enjoy. So thank you so much for being here, y'all. And man, you dog are the best host ever.
I don't know about that.
I agree.
Hey, y'all don't
Making
say
it look
that.
easy.
Don't say that too loud beside the feller beside you.
I'm learning some techniques watching you.
Oh, ain't no technique.
It's all in the eyes, I'm thinking.
Most of that is residual.
And the chemicals, of course, So everybody knows this song, because you can't live in North Carolina and not respect a little government mule. So thank y'all for coming here and letting your soul shine so we can shine and do our thing. So here we go. It's going to be in G, boys. Just jump in and hang on. What do you think? When you can find a light. Give it up for the boys in the band, y'all. Can I say one more thing before my time's totally up? I know my time's up, but I'm going to say it anyway, because we got a great host here. This past Friday night, I for 38 years, I've said, give it up for the boys in the band. But Friday night, I got to say, for the first time, give it up for the girls in the band. I had a full female band Friday night. Woo! Okay, that's all. That's all. Dreams do come true.
Well, shit, what am I supposed to do then? I just cussed, very last thing. I haven't said one bad word all night.
You were doing so good.
We can edit.
Well, I don't think it's right I do one now. I should have did one right out of the gut.
Please.
Yeah, take us home, buddy.
The host with the most.
Do it.
We appreciate y'all coming out for Roots in the Round. Once again, Justin Clyde Williams, the host, Stephen Davidson, Will Easter, Tonya Wood. My name is Bryan Olson on behalf of Grassroots Entertainment Group, and we're going to let Justin Clyde Williams play us a song, and this is going to be the end of the night, y'all, so thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you for the next episode coming up next month.
Do y'all want a boogie or not?
Let's boogie.
Okay. Get it. You get lost playing A. It's well past time that I put down a shovel. There's a lot of better ways to make a living with these hands. What I ain't caught up in hock, I borrowed from a buddy and I sold a little pot. Now I'm driving all over in my little bitty Nissan van. And I ain't got a lot to show for chasing rainbows, but I've heard that highway's got one at both ends. So honey, give me a couple of weeks, I'll get back down 40 East, and I'll be home when I run out of clothes, but I can't say when. Come on, cousin. Got a cot in the back and a couple of 12-inch speakers, a Mississippi Marshall and a little blue clip-on van. And there's just enough room for me, a telly and a D18, to get on to Arizona just as fast as I can. I ain't got a lot to show for chasing rainbows, but I've heard that highway's got one at both ends. So honey, give me a couple of weeks, I'll get back down 40 East. I'll be home when I run out of clothes, but I can't say when. Do it again. Let me hear that mandolin. Come on. Pretty cool. Sorry. We've been pinching pennies so hard that they're squealing, and sometimes we're behind on meeting ends. Even though I've got the knack for digging holes and breaking backs, I've been counting down the days till I can quit clocking in. 'Cause that sun'll whip your ass if you ain't careful, and digging them holes will only make you want one in your head. And my last 2 weeks just ended. Send that last paycheck to Phoenix. We'll do some dirty drumming with the day drinking man. I ain't got a lot to show for chasing rainbows, but I've heard that highway's got one at both ends. So honey, give me a couple of weeks, I'll get back down 40 East. I'll be home when I run out of clothes, but I can't say when. No, I ain't got a lot to show for chasing rainbows, but I've heard that highway's got one at both ends. So honey, give me a couple of weeks, I'll get back down 40 East, and I'll be home when I run out of clothes, but I can't say when. I ain't found no gold, but I'm out of clothes. I'm coming home, baby, see you then.
Justin Clyde Williams, y'all.
Grassroots Entertainment Group, Roots in the Round, the Statesville Arts Council, thank you for putting up with our shenanigans. Now from my whatever to your whatever, Stephen Davidson, Will Easter, Bryan Olson, and Tonya Wood. Thank you for supporting live, independent, original music, and tell your mom and them to come out next time.
Thanks for hanging out with us and supporting local original music. If you haven't had a chance, be sure and check out previous episodes of Roots in the Round, as well as our other series, which can be found on Grassroots Entertainment Group's social media or website.